Westline Career Tech Center. My name is Jacinda Sumara, and I'm the principal of this fabulous building. Today we're here to celebrate career readiness. Wayne Westline Community Schools is committed to a systemic K-12 career readiness experience for our students. It starts with kindergarten, building awareness, move to the middle school with exploration, and of course we culminate in high school here at the Career Tech Center with high-tech, high-skill preparation. Career readiness rests on four question-related pillars, essentially. What do you know? What do you like? Who do you know? And will someone pay you to do that? Schools, by design, support students in developing knowledge, skills, aptitudes, and their sense of self. We rely on partners, such as those we're going to be celebrating today, to ensure that our students will build the social capital and an understanding of financial success. While I could talk all day about career readiness, I know you are not here to see me, but to get on and to celebrate what we're here for. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to everybody, representing the Michigan Congressional District 13, Congressperson Rashida Tlaib.
Hosting us today. I am so incredibly happy. I love presenting these checks, so this is so much fun. My staff can tell that I'm completely on that. But I really want to thank all of you for believing in the possibility. It was a lot of work, a lot of back and forth, a lot of budgets going back. This was one of the ones that have the multiple kind of partners that we had to bring together. So I want to thank SEMCA. Thank you. Thank you for saying yes. And thank you to Superintendent Doug Dignan. Thank you for saying yes. And those calls that we had, we didn't just stop and say we got to extend what we had. We said, what is missing? And we talked about stipend for transportation. We talked about all the things that we needed to do to make sure the wraparound support services was there. You know, much of this was birthed from just one meeting I had with Mayor Westline, Mayor Wild, sitting down. And at that time, you know, everybody's kind of like trying to figure me out. And I said, you know, he said, well, what can you do? I said, put me to work. Tell me what is some of the biggest needs. And it was around, you know, we talked about night school back in the day. We had night school and vo-tech and all those things. And those were important because we knew that we couldn't just focus on traditional access to higher education or, you know, the job access is not always going and get that bachelor's degree or even the 2-year degree at community college. It sometimes is getting those hands, getting them in there to use what they already know and build on that. And that's what sometimes is most inspiring for our young people. And so the fact that we're going to be able to help 300 students, Superintendent, I'm ecstatic. These are going to be people that I'm hoping comes back and is the head of teacher, you know, our public works in Westland, or is out there helping my mayor of Wayne with the amphitheater, you know, rehab and development. I want so many of our young people to come and build here and invest here and, you know, create their family and their future here and have careers here. And this is how we do it. And so I'm really happy that $850,000 is going to be invested in this. And let me tell you, this is just the beginning. I grew up with vocational technology in high school. In 10th grade, that bus would come and pick up the kids at school. And these are kids that were going to drop out if it wasn't for the vo-tech, if it wasn't for that access. And I have a friend who went and learned mechanics, and now the mechanic shop that he worked at, he owns it. You know, and same thing with my friend who all of a sudden could go welding right after high school, was able to go and work in the auto industry. And that's what we need, is that kind of, you know, I think access to those opportunities. It shouldn't be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to have a number of different options for our young people. And that's what's been missing, is those options have been cut overwhelmingly. And, you know, I love the fact that we're focusing on community colleges. That's what would be great. But we also have to provide other kinds of opportunities. And this is one. And so I'm incredibly happy that Wayne Westland Schools is going to be helping lead this. And we have one of our leading regional workforce development agency on board. And that we're going to be working with our unions. We're going to be working with the private sector. This is how we do it, because I want these young people, when they're done, when they graduate across that stage, that they're going to have a job the next day. And that's what's going something we're going to do with this program. So thank you so much, and thank you to everyone again, that from Kate down to all the staff, and of course my Chief of Staff, Larissa, for believing in this as well and continuing to work. It was really hard. You have to work with the chair of the committee and going back and forth. You saw adjusting our budget. And I'm so happy we got over $15 million for our district. It's amazing. And this is one of the projects. All 10 projects got approved. Thanks to all of you, and for all of you again for having faith in my team and I. But thank you, Larissa. I really appreciate everything that you do. I believe I am going to go ahead and present the check, which is the most fun for me. I'm going to ask Greg if you can come up, Superintendent. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to have some of my elected officials that are here that, mayors, please. Please, council members. Yes, please. And, Larissa, you're getting in this. Kate, you feel, sorry, everyone that
Maria. Don't try to hide. Get up here.
Yeah, principal, let's please come up.
Daryl.
Principal Samara. I know, but I don't want Stay right there. I've been reading to kids, and so I count to 3 and have them say read. I almost want to count to 3, but all can say job. 1, 2, 3. Job! Stay right there. It's really fun. Julie's enjoying it. Something like this.
Everyone look at my camera for a moment, please. Thank you. And on 3, 1, 2, and 3. Thank you.
Thank you. With that, I'm going to go ahead and Greg, if you want to come up with SEMCA and talk about the impact. Thank you so much.
Future's out there. I'm old now. I got to make room for young.
Good morning, and my name is Greg Petoniak. I'm the CEO for SEMCA Michigan Works, and I'm proud to be here today to join in the celebration of this important project partnership between SEMCA Michigan Works and the Wayne Westland Community Schools. Though we have been partners through our Wayne American Job Center for many years with Wayne Westland Schools, this community project funding opportunity will take that partnership to a new level of programming that will benefit many students from their school district. This is made possible only because of the extraordinary foresight and efforts of the Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib. The Congresswoman brought Wayne Westland Schools and SEMCA to the table to encourage us to think big and to create an intensive career learning opportunity for the students. John Dignan deserves much of the credit as the leader and visionary for what inspired the design for this project, and his enthusiasm was motivating to all of us. The partnership goal is to integrate career readiness and work-based learning career pathway programs in the Wayne Westland schools with added workforce expertise, programming, and resources coming from SEMCA Michigan Works as well as other partners. This includes support for establishing work-based learning opportunities for students where they can put the career readiness curriculum and school learning into practice. If I had the time, I would individually recognize the several SEMCA team members who worked hard to bring this to this point, but please join me in showing our appreciation. John Dignan and his highly professional Wayne Westland Community Schools team has been outstanding partners in this effort. We look forward to working with you to assure many students will receive potentially life-changing experience and knowledge. Thank you so much. Last and most importantly, I want to express our sincere appreciation for the leadership and commitment of our Congresswoman Tlaib, supported by her outstanding staff. We so appreciate you, and so will the hundreds of students that will benefit from this project. Congratulations. It's about the kids, right? Congratulations.
What Jacinda said, I can talk all day, so I'll keep this brief. First off, though, I want to thank Cheryl Watson. She's the straw that stirs the drink here in Wayne Westland. She always is organizing the meetings and making sure everything comes together. The Wayne Westland team has been phenomenal, as well as SEMCA. I'd like to thank Mayor Racy. I'd like to thank Mayor Wild, President Cox, and Trustee Buckley for the support of our school board, because without you, this wouldn't have even materialized. The biggest thing is doing what's best for our kids. And part of that's building relationships with the business community, skilled trades, to provide opportunity, advance equity, and promote student success. One of the big things is we have a hole in skilled trades right now. We've been talking to a lot of unions and a lot of the skilled trades training centers. What we want to do is expose our kids. Congresswoman Tlaib pushed this through. Like, I wasn't sure where it was going to go. Larissa, where's Larissa at? Thank you. Because, again, just communication to push this forward. Our kids need to experience and touch things. And again, even if they decide they don't want to do something, they're going to save themselves money and time on the back end, and they might see something they want to do. Vic Barra, I asked him to generate lists of different things in Westland, and he did that. We're ready to rock and roll with this thing. But again, the biggest thing is to pay our kids too, so they can go on this experience. Because when kids graduate, we want them to graduate with more than high school credit. We want them to have college credit, industry certification, and we're going to build that here in Wayne Westland. We are going to become the epicenter of this region. We're going to return the region to be one of the world leaders in small manufacturing, because we owe it to the region, to our kids and our families. So again, I just want to say thank you, because if it wasn't everyone coming together, working towards a common goal, which is our kids, this never would have happened. So again, I thank everybody for being here. I want to thank Jacinda for everything that she's doing, Daryl Beebe, our Director of College and Career Readiness. But one of the biggest people is Maria Mitter. She put together the logistics with Tony Spizak behind the scenes, so thank you. I'm going to have Jacinda close this, but before I do, we want to take people on a tour. I'm wearing a purple shirt today. It represents the 19 programs we offer here. And again, to highlight skilled trades, and again, every kid's pathway is going to be different. Some kids will jump into the workforce after high school. Some kids will go to community college. Some kids will go to four-year school. We want to promote all of that. Every kid is different, and every pathway is going to be different that our kids go on, and we need to support them. So I'm going to turn it back over to Jacinda, and thank you for being here.
So again, thank you for coming to the William B. Ford Career Tech Center. You're welcome back anytime. My kids love hearing from guest speakers on all topics, so feel free to reach out to us if you'd like to do that.